Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Ian Garry is happening at UFC 310. Now, who's going to win this fight? Well, before we talk about who's going to win this fight, let's take a look at their latest performances, in which Shavkat Rakhmonov fought Jeff Neal, in which both got stunned in round one.
Clip in round one.
Oh, beautiful left hand. A little trouble.
Oh, yeah, Neal got hurt by that jab.
He stunned him.
But then both went back and forth, both had some great shots until both got rocked in round three.
Go back up. Yeah. Here in this third and final round.
Shavkat then got Jeff Neal in a rear naked choke and made him tap in round three.
Oh, he's choking. He's on it. He's on it.
After this, Shavkat Rakhmonov went on to fight Stephen Thompson, in which Shavkat took control of round one with his grappling. Shavkat then got Stephen Thompson in a rear naked choke and made him tap in round two. Now let's take a look at Ian Garry's latest performances, in which he fought Jeff Neal as well. But this was a very boring fight. Ian Garry was just running for his life, but he still managed to outland Jeff Neal, and he ended up taking it by decision.
And still undefeated, the future.
After this, Ian Garry went on to fight Mako Venom Page, in which it was another boring fight. Ian Garry took control of the whole entire fight with his grappling and ground game. I mean, you could just tell Ian Garry doesn't get any love at home, and Ian Garry ended up taking it by decision.
And still undefeated, the future.
Now, this fight being made was definitely not the best fight. It definitely would have been better if Kamaru Usman would have stepped in instead, since it would be a much better and closer fight. But at the same time, I think it's only fair if Kamaru Usman gets a full training camp in a fight like this. So now that we got Ian Garry fighting Shavkat, that means that if Ian Garry wins this fight, he's going to be next for Bilal Muhammad, which is crazy. So now let's talk about this fight. Although this is a big step up for Ian Garry, at least it's undefeated versus undefeated. So that definitely raises up the stakes, since somebody's going to have to lose their O. So now let's get right into it. Can Ian Garry, who's undefeated with the record of 15 wins with 7 knockouts and one of those wins coming by submission, beat Shavkat Rakhmonov, who's also undefeated, except he's managed to stop all of his opponents with 8 knockouts and 10 submissions? Well, just by the records alone, it should be worrying for Ian Garry, since Shavkat Rakhmonov has proven that his skills and IQ has allowed him to finish all of his opponents. He's dangerous in all realms. Meanwhile, Ian Garry isn't dangerous in all realms. He's only really dangerous when it comes to striking. So that's why I believe that when it comes to clinching and grappling, Shavkat Rakhmonov is going to dominate Ian Garry, since he is much more skilled and he is much more stronger when it comes to that. So the only way that Ian Garry survives this fight, since I don't see him winning this fight, is if he can stay busy on the feet, not allowing Shavkat Rakhmonov to get anything significant going, and maybe that can allow him to survive and just lose by decision, because I don't think he beats Shavkat Rakhmonov. But at the same time, that's if he's able to survive, which I don't think he will. But at the same time, I don't think Shavkat Rakhmonov finishes him on the feet. I think Shavkat Rakhmonov is going to use his grappling and submission skills to work to a submission and submit and expose Ian Garry. So I got Shavkat Rakhmonov winning this fight.